Good day everyone, a very warm welcome to you. My name is Nick, we're on the Nintendo 64 and we're going to be playing F1 Pole Position 64, which was developed by Human Entertainment and published by Ubisoft in 1997. It follows the 1996 Formula 1 season, but I think it's an arcadey style game rather than a simulation. There's 16 races in this game, but I'll just do the first one of the season, which is Australia. All the drivers and cars are represented, apart from Jacques Villeneuve, of course, because he wouldn't allow his licence, his facial features. What a wally. It's back in a day where there was 10 points for a win. There's different modes, World Cup, World Grand Prix, Battle, Time Trials and Roster, where you can change what drivers are in what cars if you want, or put your own details. But we'll jump back into World Grand Prix. Let's put my name in. Now, if you had this one back in the day, let me know. I am a bit of a sucker for racing games. This review might be a bit longer than normal. So you've got practice, which I'll maybe skip over, qualifying, and then the race. It's always 10 laps, I think. So qualifying's 10 laps, and the race is 10 laps. So already calculating my brain, if it's 2 minutes a lap, then it's going to take a while. There's, oh look, good photos there of Michael Schumacher. He doesn't look very happy. There's Eddie Irvine. What's up with his hair? John Alesi and the Benetton. Gerhard Berger. Damon Hill, who did win the championship. Look, there's Villeneuve there. It's not Villeneuve. Mika Hakkinen. Yeah, so the championship was won by Damon Hill back in 1996. Second was Villeneuve. Third, Schumacher. Martin Brundle. It does make a difference what car you're in, I think, depending on what speed. I think Johnny Herbert drove for Sauber, so there you go. Good stuff. The Sauber looks a bit like a Red Bull, doesn't it, back in those sort of like times. Lucio Katayama, Pedro Lamy, Fisichella, they're all there. Let's have a look at David Coulthard. He never won the World Championship, didn't win any races in the 1996 season. It's a season where there was a lot more retirements, well, back in this era in general, than you normally get. Cars very rarely don't get it to the end. Free run, well, no, the review will be too long to get there. We've got nice clement weather, so let's jump into settings if we can do. Oops, something's gone a bit wrong. Steering, oh I see. I need to get out of this. I think I'll keep it all the same. If I start mucking about with the steering, it's all going to get a bit silly. I suppose once you get an expert with this, when you go to races like Monaco, it's a bit tighter, it will take an advantage. Be interested to see how tricky the rest of my opponents are in this game. Racing games are often made or broken with the difficulty level. I'm not sure you can change it at all on this. I haven't seen anything so far to that extent. So it's the Australian Grand Prix from Albert Park. 10 laps to qualify. Oh, that's good. Away we go. David Coulthard. I don't know if we can change the view here. We've got the map up the top there.
Give it all you got.
Give it all you got. It sounded like Wolf from Star Trek. Oops. Oh my god. Okay, right. This is going to take a bit of getting used to. You can change the display from the map to the positions. Come, let's get used to this. Right, okay. I'm a bit close in on the car, but I'll get used to that, I'd imagine. You've got reverse view, which I just showed you briefly, so you can see who's behind you sometimes. Oh, yeah. Okay, right. So you can turn in quite late on this. I'm in automatic gears, which is helpful. Oh, this is going to take a while. Right, come on, Nick. Right, position 22 of 22. I don't think this is a flying lap yet, so we've got one practice lap, and then we'll try it and get round. Okie dokie. Right, so in racing games, I'm always looking to see what the sort of pop-up is in the distance. How quickly is it? Oh, no. The pop-up was quite bad there when it drew that stand, especially for Nintendo 64. It shouldn't be suffering that badly. It's not doing a great deal graphically, although it is quite impressive. And the sound of the engines is okay. Doesn't quite sound like a Formula 1 car, but who am I to judge? Well, who am I to judge? I'm a person doing it to judge. I'm supposed to be judging it. Right, position 22. I'm way off the racing line to see how quickly we can go around this course. I think when the race comes, I'm going to get absolutely smashed. Oh, I see. Now, the problem as well is if you drive into the pit lane, even accidentally like I did here, it will take you in automatically. Damon Hill's got 1 minute 42. You see up there, Schumacher 1:44. That's big differences in laps. Driver X, which is really Villeneuve, boo, in 7th. Right, okay, now this race, Albert Park, was won by Damon Hill in 1996, as we go behind whatever that was. Pass it like it wasn't moving. Yeah, Damon Hill won the race in 1996. Right, okay. Oh, into the gravel trap again, but you can drive straight out. Doesn't look like the car takes any external damage here, but in the instructions it does say that it can take internal damage, which you can repair by going into the pit lane. Go David Coulthard. Now this livery on the McLaren is my favourite car of all time. I first started getting into Formula 1 when I was a kid, and it was Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost in this McLaren looking car. And then I think Ayrton Senna got Gerhard Berger as a teammate, which he probably preferred. But yeah, good. But it will never come back again, this livery, because of tobacco sponsorship. It was a little bit like, I didn't know at the time, it was a bit like the Marlboro cigarette packet, but it still looked pretty cool. Bring it back without that. Qantas. Graphically, there's a lot going on the barriers. Looks like there's words. Oh, I've done it again. I'm never going to get pole position like this. But anyway, it said it was 1 minute 42, didn't it? Look at my lap time, 1 minute 30. Is that still going to count as a lap? Might do. Might put me in pole, although I made a pit stop. That's going to be a bit weird. Yeah, first.
Give it all you got.
So, you know, this game might be a bit easy. We'll see. I'm in provisional pole position despite making a pit stop on my flying lap. I wonder how difficult it is to overtake cars in this. I mean, I'm losing bags of time on every single corner. Hopefully it isn't too easy, this game. If you played it back in the day, let me know. There might be an internal internal options to make the difficulty a little bit harder, or it might be a case that I'm in a McLaren that makes the game a bit too easy. But you know, McLaren, Coulthard comes 7th in the championship in 1996, didn't win a single race. His teammate was Mika Hakkinen, it was quicker. He didn't win this year, but he was to end up his career as a double world champion for Finland. Right, so what we're on, lap 2. Lap 2. Right, that's a little bit better there, but not perfect. Cut over these rumble strips, good. That's not too bad. Don't go into the pit lane. All close. Went onto the grass again. But it's going to improve on 1 minute 38, that's for sure, because I didn't make a pit stop.
Fastest lap.
Fastest lap. 1:28.44. Lots to come here. Lots to come. I think I could probably knock about, what do you reckon, about 10 seconds off that, which is huge. That's probably the toughest. Whoops, that's probably the toughest bit of the track I keep getting wrong. Well, there's a big list of stuff I keep getting wrong. Look on the map there, there's red dots up there. I think I might be the red one. What's that? Does that mean fastest bit so far? Don't know. Could be. 1:28.44 is not going to be too difficult to beat. Yeah, look, that pop-up is unforgivable back there. It might be worse at places like Monaco. Right, keep checking in the distance now. We're going to do a pop-up check as well as trying to go fastest. Well, that building was there straight away, so that wasn't too bad. Yeah, look, that bit's terrible. It's drawing that building as we come up to it. Cross there, good. Coca-Cola sign. Coca-Cola. She's Coca-Cola. Right, now, slow around here, Nick. You always mess that up. Good, almost into the pits again. 1:28.44. I'm going to knock a couple of seconds off that at least. Am I?
Fastest lap.
About a second. 1:27.88. Still lots and lots of time to find. I'm getting slowly better, but it is slowly. Yeah, those trees it drawed at the last second as well. Come on, Nick. Now, I've got a funny feeling. I tend to like most racing games. I don't mind this one, but I can see it's got lots and lots of flaws in it already. There might be some other Formula 1 games I can try out on the Nintendo 64 to try and get a comparison. I get the funny feeling, I haven't raced yet, I get the funny feeling that magazines and reviews might have cut into this back in the day. Because I think the Nintendo 64, compared to other races about, might have thought it could do a little bit better. But, you know, it's of a style, isn't it? Maybe like virtual race or stuff like that. Good. Right, I think I'm gonna beat 1:27 here as long as I just keep it on the track. This is my tough corner. Don't go in the pits. Good, just about. Keep it on there. Good. Floor it. Big nose. What's that going to be? 1:24. 1:23.8. So I knocked another 4 seconds off with not a great lap at all. Remember, Damon Hill had a 1:42. So already I'm 20 seconds a lap quicker. Now that would never happen in the real world, would it? You wouldn't have. He's got pole by 20 seconds. Oh my God! End the championship now. There's no multiplayer in this, which is a real shame. The controls aren't brilliant, to be fair, for a Formula 1 game. I'm not getting too much response from this. It's just left and right. Car's not really behaving like a Formula 1 car. I feel like I'm on pram wheels. Not a great deal of grip here. I would have liked to see a bit of damage that can happen to the cars. Also, I can be quite cavalier around some of these bends, knowing that if I bash into... Oh, this is interesting. If I bash into stuff... See, like I bashed into that Williams, whoever that was, either Damon Hill or Villeneuve, and I took no damage at all. Can't see anywhere where the tyre wears there. Fuel gauge is on the left, I think. F is full, E is empty. So I'm halfway through the fuel, and as you see, I did a 1 minute 18.56 then. So I'm starting to get my eye in. I think there's still time to go. I think you could probably do a 1:13, maybe lower than that, if you catch all the corners right. Might even be able to do a 1:10 perhaps. So I'm about 8 seconds off, 10 seconds off maybe of the ultimate lap here. If you have gone round quicker than that, then let me know in the comment section below. There are 10 qualifying laps. I don't think you can end it early. The race is always 10 laps as well. But there is a cheat you can do to make it longer. But it's defaulted at 10. So you won't be completing this on your first go. I jumped into Australia rather than any of the other ones. Now, yourself, I don't think your car will retire during the season. So even if you're not very good, the other cars will retire at some points. They won't get maximum points from every race. So even if you're rubbish, I think you might do okay. This is back in a Formula 1 era where you got 10 points for the win rather than 25. And only 6 cars scored. And with the amount of retirements, as long as you get your cars to the end, if you could do that in every race, quite often you would pick up a point here or there. But top 6, that's tough if everyone stays in. Oh, onto the gravel straight away. I think they desperately want to advertise Coca-Cola, don't they, in this game? Come on, Nick. I'm going to get pole position no matter what. I've turned the display off, but by pressing forward, you can get that back on. I'll try and get that back on at some point, when I get a safe place to do so. Setting up the car doesn't seem to be necessary at this point unless I fluked the perfect setup for this. Go McLaren, go. David Coulthard, he never won the World Championship, but he did win a few races, and he's been McLaren for quite some time. I think Martin Brundle was a McLaren at some stage as well. McLaren, at time of recording, 2021. I haven't won a race for quite some time. They've got an orange livery now, but they're slowly getting back, and that's a Ferrari up front. So we go 124, we go to lap 8 of 10, should be able to get him under braking. That's either Schumacher or Irvine. I think it's Irvine. Yes. Now in the customisation, as I think I mentioned, if you want to change the season, you can put different drivers in different cars. If you want to see Damon Hill in a Ferrari, or Mika Salo or Pedro Lamy in a Williams, you can do. But what difference to the game that's going to make, I don't know. Right, round the outside, never would have been able to do that in real life, unless your car was massively quicker, which seems like mine is here. They're on the racing line, I'm driving all over the place, and still getting it. I'm very confident this is going to be pole position here. Just trying to find the limits of the car. Multiplayer would have made this game, even with the dodgy system. It draws that building again on the main straight. Yeah, but no multiplayer. You should have done that. Whoops. Yeah, I turned in too early a lot of time, and then that I don't like that corner. It just wants me to go into the pits all the time. Right, this is it, and then the last lap, 1 minute 29. Let's try and go for it. You're slowing down. Well, I've got pole anyway, big nose. Go Coulthard, go. I'm not quite sure how many pole positions Coulthard got. It is possible to blow the engine in the race somehow. I've got automatic gears set, so I don't know how you blow it with reverse. Slowly getting used to the controls here, although they're not perfect by any means. Can slowly get into a rhythm, but they're not very precise. More of it, I think they'd be more annoying if the other cars weren't so slow. Good. Through there. Through we go. So we're almost on the race, folks. We're almost there. I think if I get pole position, I think I'm just going to drive away based on this, unless it's one of those games where the cars aren't very good at qualifying, but they're really, really good in the race. Bearing in mind, I got pole when I did a pit stop on my first one. 1 minute 18.56, but I think I've got 1 lap to go. I think a 1 minute 10 and sub 10 is probably possible here. Go Coulthard, 7th place in the championship. Didn't win Albert Park. Here's your chance to do it today. Right, okay. If you are watching David Coulthard, which I know you're not, apologies that I'm making your driving look a bit erratic here. But on the positive note, at least you're going around really fast. Yay! Heavy on the brakes. Yeah, so it's very, very arcadey, this game. Very arcadey indeed. 10 laps is a bit excessive for qualifying. Probably should have cut it to 5, maybe. Might be a way of doing that in the stuff, in the options. But Ubisoft 1997, reflective of the 1996 Formula 1 season, won by Damon Hill. He had the number 0 on the front of his car. Previous teammates had been Alan Prost, well, and Ayrton Senna, of course, which is quite sad how that happened. But yes, good. He won a number of races, won the World Championship once. Nigel Mansell won the World Championship once as well. And then we've got Lewis Hamilton for, well, England, same nationality. He's won it, well, 7 times at time recording. Who knows how many times he'll win. But he's currently got big competition from Max Verstappen. Okay. So this is the exciting bit, people. Let's go to the race. Coulthard in the 1996 McLaren. Look, we know they're 1996. Damon Hill on the front row with me. And we've got the 2 Ferrari boys, Schumacher and Irvine. Mika Hakkinen in the McLaren. And Lazy and Berger for Benetton. Driver X, boo. Barrichello for Jordan. And Hightower, Fretson, Sauber. Mika Salo 11th. And Jos Verstappen, Max Verstappen's dad, 12th. Johnny Herbert and Olivier Panis there. Panis in Ligier. He won 1 race in his career in Monaco Grand Prix before that. Fischer Keller and Rosset, Martin Brundle in the 2nd Jordan, Pedrotin for Ligier, and at the back of the grid, Luca Badoa and that other person. Right, go. Now I should just drive away here. Here's the grid. Oh, terrible start. Look at that wheel spin. Massive, massive wheel spin. We've gone backwards to 15th place from pole position. That's a disaster. Right, okay, so we've got a bit of work to do past that. Oh, man. Now, the race would normally be over by now in real life because I would have damaged the nose cone. We've got 1 position back up into 14th. A lot of work to do here. I think that's a Ligier just in front of me, or it might be a Sauber of Johnny Herbert. Past the Ferrari of Eddie Irvine going into that corner. So getting up positions quick. I think I might be able to barge my way through here. Just find the way through. If there was damage, I'd have to be a bit more careful. Past the 2nd Ligier, that looks like a Williams there, is it? No, I think it was a Benetton. Up into 9th from a terrible start. So pole position to 15th, back up to 9th on the first lap. Past there, there's a Jordan, could be Brundle. Up into 7th. Yeah, this is going to be easy. I think in a couple of laps I'm going to be leading here. It's like bumper cars. Oh man, this game isn't very good. It isn't very good as a Formula 1 racer. It's good as bumper cars, I suppose. I'm not getting... I don't like too much about it. It's Formula 1, that's the only thing that's keeping me going. If the other cars are a bit quicker, maybe. Ferrari, I've not slipped past him. Too easy. Too easy. It's Mika Hakkinen, my teammate. After a few goes of this, once you learn the handling, you'll be thrashing absolutely everywhere. Keep going, right. 3rd. On the grass, almost overtaken going on the grass. 2nd place. The car can't spin, to my knowledge. So as long as you keep on the track, I'm in 2nd place. Oops, on the grass again. That's given Mika Hakkinen a chance to go past. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know why David Coulthard is going so fast in that rocket car and driving off the road and still keeping up with him. Right, I won't risk a check behind me because all I'm concentrating on is getting in the lead. Currently in a podium position, we're on lap 2 of 10. Should be able to get past him quite easily here. Won't knock him off the circuit because it's impossible to do so. Oh, now you see it was position 2 of 22. Now it's 21, so someone has retired. I do not know who. Just keep it together, Nick. I just got to keep it on the road. I'm going to win this easily. Oh. I should get better from lap to lap. My fastest lap was 1 minute 34. It was a 0.8. Oh, Mika Hakkinen, stop it. Let David through. David is faster than you. He never was. Mick Hackman is the quickest driver out of those two. I know he's behind me. I've bashed into him 4 times. I drive through the gravel trap again. Murray Walker was a commentator of this sort of era. He'd be going absolutely crazy. There's a retired Ferrari there. Don't know who it was. He'd be going absolutely crazy at the antics of Coulthard here. What are you doing, David? What an exciting driver this is. Whoops, he parked it again. Losing a bit of time. We're all quite close together in a big chain. You can see on the map going across. Third of 21, so I haven't just driven off with it, have I? I haven't just driven off with it. Although Hakkinen seems to have got away again. I need to peg that gap, which I will do on the straights. Bags of time happening here. Bags of time. Good. Right, here we go. Now we line him up for another overtake. It'll probably be between me and him this time. Whoops, bashed into the back of him. Sorry, Mika. He'll be on the radio thinking, so he's crazy. What's he doing? Into second place. Right, okay, so this time. Oh no! I've accidentally pit stopped on a 10-lap race. Oops. Oh no, I need to get out of here as quickly as I can. This is going to put me right to the back of the grid. Come on, David. That isn't his race helmet, is it, David? I don't think he wore a red race helmet. They are coming up by. Right, so I made a pit stop here into 8th place. Need to get past them again. I'm probably not going to win now, despite my superior speed. I'm probably not going to win because I made a pit stop on lap 3 of 10. Unless they all make pit stops, which they won't. Well, pick up the pace. I'm trying to pick up the pace. Keep it up. Right, okay. I need to weave my way through these wallies. I'm trying to overtake everywhere. Right, this could be it. No. I'm going past that Benetton there. I'll say it's John O'Lazy. Could easily be Gerhard Berger. There's the Williams. Goodbye. Up into 5th place again, but Mick Hacken's probably miles ahead. I don't know who's in the lead. Whoa! So a bit of a collision there on the wheel as it draws that building there. Okay, right. You have to generate your own excitement in this game. After a while, you just don't notice the pop-up. You just have a race there. Now, the game, I'm getting some enjoyment from the game only because it's my first or second go, I think, and I'm in the pack. Once you've had a few goes on it, like a day I think you won't see the pack at all, and you'll be coming around to lap them. Definitely needs the jeopardy of external damage to keep you honest. Could have been a good game, but it's just lacking those bits. 3rd place of 21. Don't know what the gap is between me and the person in front. I think you can see a red and white square there. That might be me. Ferrari dips past again. Get out the way, Ferrari. I think it's probably best to try and pick the slowest car on the grid here rather than a McLaren. Go for a Ligier or a Jordan. Thank you. I mean, the car's quite robust here, pit crew. Well done for creating something that feels a bit like a tank. I can drive through stuff without having too much of an effect. Now, I need to put some good laps together to hold it here. To catch up 2nd and 1st place. Because we've only got, well, after this 5 laps, we're halfway through the race. Boom, 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 and that's if I don't accidentally make a pit stop again. So I've got to be really careful around this corner. Don't make a pit stop. Good. Yeah, that cost me some time. This is going to be my quickest lap of the race. I did 1:18 in qualifying, remember. The cars have been probably about a 1:40, and I've done a 1:21. So that's probably got about 20 odd seconds back. Don't know how much the pit stop cost me. But I can see someone in the distance. It's going to be Mika Hakkinen, isn't it? Unless he's somehow in the lead now. Right, that's the best I've done that. Mika Hakkinen. I'm hunting you down, sir. Good year. Keep on the road. 1:21.92. This is the fastest lap. 1:18 I did in qualifying. Remember that. Draw that stadium. Whoa, cool. There's a car on the side there. Another retirement. We should get Mika quite easily there. On the straight, that worked out quite well. So now, keep on the road. He isn't coming up behind me because I'm driving away. And it's all about trying to hunt down whoever is in 1st place. Damon Hill, we do not know. I'm trying to look at it. It is a Williams by the looks of things, I think. Right, come on, speed it, big nose. So I'm the flashing yellow thing on the map. You can see there's a red and white box behind me. That is Mika Hakkinen. It might be, yeah, I think it is. There's 2 required cars not moving, so it is a Williams, and it's quite some distance ahead. No red cards in this. Red cards, red flags to stop the race. 1 minute 20.12. Quickest so far. We're on lap 7 of 10. Can I make it and win the race? It's a bit of a distance ahead, but I'm confident I can do this. Whoops, bit of wheel spin there. I'm taking the car to the limit. Can't afford to make too many errors. That was quite close to the barrier there, Nick. Could be a best lap so far. Good. Take that round there. Good. Right. Keep it on the tarmac. Going on grass will slow you down enormously. Good. Hang on there. This is a cracking lap. Oh, yeah, just about. Now this is the one. Awful corner. Still might be my quickest lap. What's this going to be? Might be my fastest lap ever. 1:16. So that's with driving on the grass. Pulled a lot past here, so I'm really putting the pressure on the leader. Second place of 18. Been 4 retirements in the race so far. Oh, don't do stuff like that, you wally. Okay, right. It says actually it says gap. It says 6.92 below. Is that a gap to the person in front? It might be. Right, we'll see if that comes down. 6.16. It might only update once you go past the finishing line. Oops, yeah, brushed the side there. Come on. It's all about the flashing yellow on the map. I think my opponent has got traffic. It might take him a while to get past there. They might be waving the blue flags, but there's no blue flags. Yeah, it is the gap to the lead. Like 4.72 now. There he is. I'm on him. 4.72. So it does give you the gap. Careful around here not to go into the pits. There's the Williams. It probably. There we go. I'm straight into the lead. First place. Good. Hit the lead with 2 laps to go. As long as I don't do anything stupid or accidentally go into the pits. 1 minute 16.64 is my quickest lap. Right, now I'm in the lead. Is it going to give him the gap that I'm in the lead? So the game is ridiculously easy, isn't it, really? Let's not be wrong here. My lap times are very wildly. I've accidentally drove into the pits when I shouldn't have done in a 10-lap race. I've crashed lots of times into the other cars. There's an alarming pop-up. It's almost like a test game, like it isn't finished. Nintendo 64 could have done a bit better. Enjoy it as a dodge and race. You will get your most enjoyment on your first few goes. And then, as I say before, once you start getting an expert, you'll be thrashing everyone, and there'll be not much excitement there at all, I'd imagine. But graphically, it looks okay. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh, but I do like Formula 1 games. Right, here we go. Got to up that difficulty level. If you know a way of updating the difficulty level, let me know. It controls like a DOF. To be fair, you've only got to play it a few times. You think, yeah, I have to let the controls go. Doesn't handle particularly well. There are ways of setting up the car. Maybe that will change it to a degree. This is lap 10 of 10. And then that's race over. Now, if you're liking the channel and you watch this far into it, I mean, it's almost half an hour. If you like the video, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you have subscribed, then big thanks to you, because that's helping the channel push forward. In our attempt to review everything ever, if you want to help me so I can eventually go full time with this endeavour, then please consider becoming a member. You click on the join button, it'll tell you a little bit more about that, what it involves. Thank you to all the members so far. Second tier and above will get a shout out, but I appreciate all tiers trying to make the dream possible. Channel's all about easing stress. Hopefully I'm doing that for you. A bit of a break from the real world, which is, you know, can be a bit tough sometimes. But here I am as David Coulthard in 1996. This isn't the real world. Winning the race. There's only 12 cars left in here. I'm going to win the race. Let's go in the pits. No. Here we go. I want a great sequence there. Something fell off the shelf. You probably heard that. There we go. David has won. 1 minute 16.64. Average 125.84. It's an easy win. Damn it, David knew that photo was being taken at the time. Yay, a McLaren win. I will see that again, maybe, in the future. Hooray! So there we go. It's got good presentation. Saved it each time. I think I'm sitting too near the screen to see that properly. I feel a bit pixelated. Yeah, there's a balancing going on. Well, I hope you like having a look at that game. It was sort of like, okay, I'm going to persevere with it, but I think the Nintendo 64 could do a whole lot better than this. The things that let it down is the pop-up and the controls and the difficulty level, but you know, I would have gone back to it every now and again. Presentation is good. So there we go. So I hope you liked having a look at that one. That was F1 Pole Position 64 on the Nintendo 64, developed by Human Entertainment and published by Ubisoft in 1997. If you've got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.